China's airport construction is flourishing everywhere. From urban to Altai, cultural tourism is booming in various places. The first step to feel whether a city is fashionable or not is the airport. While provinces are competing for cultural tourism, they are also competing to be the competing king of airports. More and more small cities in China are entering the airport era, and some provinces have achieved city-to-city airports. In 2023 alone, new airports will be opened: Henan Xiangxi Border Town Airport, Henan Anyang Hongqiao Airport, Sichuan Longzhong Ancient City Airport, Shaanxi Shuozhou Ziruan Airport, and Tibet Ali Pulan Airport. In 2024, more airports will be opened one after another. Small cities without airports must have airports, and large cities with existing airports must continue to renovate and expand, such as Urumqi Daiwapu International Airport and Kunming Changshui International Airport. As for megacities, they must benchmark international metropolises such as London and Tokyo and build dual airports. The 14th Five-Year Plan for Civil Aviation Development, proposed by the Civil Aviation Administration of China, shows that during the 14th Five-Year Plan period, the number of civil transport airports will increase from 241 in 2021 to 270 in 2025. By the end of 2023, China has 259 civil transport airports, which means that by the end of next year, China will need to add 11 new airports. China's airports are being built more and more. Let's take a closer look in this video. From the perspective of provinces, Xinjiang, which currently ranks first, is still stepping up its efforts to expand the number of airports. According to the outline of the 14th Five-Year Plan for National Economic and Social Development of the Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, and the long-term goals for 2035, by 2025, 37 civil transport airports will be built and under construction in the region. The number of civil transport airports in the country will reach more than 270 during the same period, which means that the number of civil transport airports in Xinjiang alone accounts for about 1/7 of the country. As of 2023, Xinjiang has 27 airports, and 2 new airports will be put into operation in 2024. The main reason is that Xinjiang is large in area. Xinjiang has an area of 1.6649 million square kilometers, which is about the size of 3 France. The distance from Altai to Kashgar is about 2,000 kilometers, which is equivalent to the distance from Beijing to Kunming, Yunnan. If you only rely on cars, trains, and other means of transportation, not only will the journey take a long time, but the construction cost is also high, so airports become a necessity. Sichuan Province, which already has 17 airports, is also an airport, a big brother. Since 2018, it has built 7 airports at an average rate of more than 1 airport per year. According to the Sichuan Province's 14th Five-Year Comprehensive Transportation Development Plan, by 2025, the number of completed and under construction civil transport airports in Sichuan will reach 22, and by 2035, Sichuan will have about 28 civil transport airports, and the goal of city-to-city airport is within reach. Sichuan and Xinjiang are similar in situation, with complex geographical environment and rich tourism resources. New airports can greatly shorten external accessibility. According to public information, Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region, and Sichuan Province have the most airports in China, with 27, 19, and 17 airports respectively. In terms of density, Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region and Guizhou Province have achieved city-to-city airports. Most provinces, cities, and autonomous regions have less than 10 airports. Guangdong Province, which ranks first in GDP, is also actively building new airports. On July 17, Guangdong Release disclosed that the Civil Aviation Administration of China has recently approved the site selection of Yangjiang Airport and agreed to use Shuangping as the preferred site for Yangjiang Airport, striving to start construction in 2025. The Pearl River Delta Hub, New Guangzhou Airport project located in Gaoming, Foshan will start construction this year, which means that after Beijing, Shanghai, and Chengdu, Guangzhou will also enter the dual airport mode. Why is Guangdong Province desperate to build airports? Simply put, the existing airports are still not enough. According to the 2023 National Civil Transport Airport Production Statistical Bulletin of the Civil Aviation Administration, in the 2023 National Civil Transport Airport Throughput Ranking, Guangzhou ranked with 63.168 million passengers. First, it has 10 million more passengers than Shanghai, which ranks second. However, the number of airports in Guangdong ranks 9th in the country, with only 9 civil airports in 21 cities, and more than half of the cities do not have their own airports. In contrast, there are 17 civil transport airports in 21 cities in Sichuan Province, 10 civil airports in 16 cities in Shandong Province, 9 airports in 13 cities in Jiangsu Province, and 7 civil airports in 11 cities in Zhejiang Province. In addition to the number of airports, Guangzhou, as a city in the first echelon of international aviation hub layout with Beijing and Shanghai, also needs the help of dual airports. Chinese experts proposed the dual airport model is a necessary development model for international and regional central cities. Most of the world's top cities have dual or even multiple airports, such as London and Tokyo. This is a necessary configuration to meet the current level of urban development. When the city's level reaches a certain level, it is necessary to open a second airport. Excellent airport bosses are still working hard. How can other cities be willing to lie flat? As a super traffic entrance, the airport is not only the support of the airport economy and the hub of transportation, but also a city's business card, reflecting the city's energy level and economic development level. However, the number of airports owned by some provinces and cities does not seem to match its name. Henan Province, which has the largest registered population and the third largest permanent population in China, has only 5 airports in 17 cities, located in Zhengzhou, Luoyang, Nanyang, Xinjiang, and Anyang. Compared with the airport density of 0.47 airports per square kilometer in Henan Province, 211,800 square kilometers corresponding to 10 airports, Henan Province has only 0.29 airports per square kilometer, 167,000 square kilometers corresponding to 5 airports. As a populous province, each airport serves an average of 19.63 million people, with annual passenger transportation of up to 600 million times. Therefore, it has become an important issue to actively increase the number of airports and establish a pattern of airports with multiple branch lines in parallel. According to the plan, by 2035, Henan Province will have more than 10 civil transport airports, forming a 1+3+N civil transport airport layout with Zhengzhou International Aviation Hub as the core, Luoyang, Nanyang and Anyang as the 3 major branch airports, and Xinjiang, Shangqiu, Pingdingshan, Zhoukou, Huangchuan, Sanmenxia and other branch airports as nodes. Henan is located in the Central Plain where two major railway arteries, the Beijing-Guangzhou line and the Longhai line, intersect. Road and rail transportation are very convenient, and airport construction has become a key factor in promoting regional economic development. The number and quality of airport construction directly affect a city's business exchanges, logistics and aviation industries, cultural travel, and economic development. Henan Province is the leader in high-speed rail in every city, but compared with Hubei Province, which is also a large province in the central region and has 8 civil transport airports, it is somewhat stretched. As the largest professional cargo airport in the country, Hubei's Zhou Airport directly competes with Zhengzhou's airport-type national logistics hub. Recently, the feasibility study report of Shangqiu Airport project has been approved by the National Development and Reform Commission. It will be built according to the 4C standard of civil aviation feeder line. After completion, it will become the 6th civil airport in Henan Province. If the number of airports in Henan makes some netizens unjust, there is another place that makes many netizens uneasy: Suzhou City, Jiangsu Province. As the second largest province in China's economy, Jiangsu has 9 airports, but Suzhou, known as the strongest prefecture-level city, has never had a large civil aviation airport. Recently, Nantung City, Jiangsu Province announced that it will become the construction site of Shanghai's third airport, which has pushed Suzhou, which has never had an airport, to the forefront again. In fact, Suzhou has been working hard to build an airport. During the National 2 sessions in March 2019, Suzhou submitted a proposal to promote airport planning and construction. In September 2020, the Ministry of Transport's official website indicated that it would accelerate the planning and construction of Suzhou Airport. In November 2023, the Jiangsu Provincial Department of Transportation issued the Implementation Plan for the 5-year Action Plan for Accelerating the Construction of a Strong Transportation Country, 2023-2027, which clearly mentioned actively promoting the planning and construction of transport airports in Suzhou. Suzhou is located in the densely populated and economically developed Yangtze River Delta region. Looking around it, it can be said that airports are everywhere. Shanghai Pudong International Airport, Shanghai Hongqiao International Airport, Hangzhou Shaoshan International Airport, Nanjing Lukou Airport, etc. The existence of the Yangtze River Delta Airport cluster makes Suzhou look eclipsed. The army has not been built, but food and grass can be sent first. Although Suzhou does not have its own airport yet, it can first have its own terminal code, SZO. This means that Suzhou has become the origin and destination of international routes, just like Beijing Capital Airport PEK and Shanghai Pudong International Airport PVG. Passengers can quickly search for Suzhou through the ticket purchasing platform. Passengers at Suzhou City Terminal can take a bus directly to nearby airports such as Pudong, Hongqiao Airport, and Shuofang Airport. According to the data of the Civil Aviation Administration of China, the passenger transport volume in 2023 will be 620 million, a year-on-year increase of 146%. The total civil aviation passenger transport volume in the first half of 2024 will be about 350 million, a year-on-year increase of 23.6%. According to forecasts, the passenger transport volume in 2024 is expected to set a new record. The new civil aviation travel demand corresponds to a huge scale of airport construction. According to our statistics, China is currently building more than 20 new airports. Among them, there are high-level 4F airports, such as Hohhot-Chilichuan International Airport and Xiamen-Xiang'an International Airport, but most of them are 4C level feeder airports located in border areas such as Xinjiang and Henan, as well as new airports in some cities in central and eastern provinces. There are two ways to consider the layout of new airports. One is to build airports to meet the needs of people in the region for travel and economic and trade exchanges. The other is to lay out airports as leading infrastructure in advance to guide the economic development of the region. Hou Aimin, Dean of the School of Economics of Zhengzhou Institute of Aeronautical Industry Management, told Hunan Business Daily. In general, the purpose of building airports in the West is to facilitate external access and local transportation, while the purpose of building airports in the central and eastern regions is to stimulate the economy. In addition to the construction of new airports, the renovation and expansion of a number of existing airports are also being carried out intensively. For international aviation hub airports are leading the way, namely Guangzhou Baiyun Airport, Urumqi Daiwapu International Airport, Shanghai Pudong Airport and Kunming Changshui International Airport. More than 10 regional hub airports follow, including Lanzhou Zhongchuan International Airport, Taiyuan Wusu International Airport, etc. With the increase in airport passenger volume, the construction and renovation of airports in various places have made the civil aviation transportation strength even stronger, becoming the main force to ensure the infrastructure of civil aviation transportation services. Guangzhou's stable position in the ranks of first-tier cities is inseparable from its positioning as China's largest aviation gateway hub facing Southeast Asia and even Africa. The popularity of Xinjiang travel has soared all the way, and it would be difficult to cope without sufficient aviation airport construction. Inland cities such as Chengdu and Zhengzhou can become major foreign trade provinces, which is not unrelated to the new pattern opened up by aviation logistics. Desperately building airports is not only a measure to meet the needs of civil aviation passengers and improve basic transportation, but also an opportunity for a city to strive for development. However, whether there is an opportunity or not cannot determine everything. After all, without an airport, it can also be the strongest prefecture-level city. By the end of 2023, China has a total of 26 trillion GDP cities, corresponding to 31 airports, of which Shanghai, Beijing, and Chengdu each have 2 airports. Chongqing has 5 airports. Chongqing/Jiangbei, Wanzhou/Wuqiao, Qianjiang/Wuling Mountain, Chongqing/Wushan and Chongqing/Xiannu Mountain, and Suzhou and Dongguan have no airports. Therefore, the construction of airports does not entirely depend on the local economic development level, but also considers travel demand, social benefits, coverage, and other factors. The goal of building 270 airports by 2025 is already in sight, and more Chinese cities are entering the airport era. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more great content. See you next time.